All right, AT4 Backblast here, making another tutorial. Advanced AI paths. Um, so I had made a video a little bit ago for the advanced portion, and it took me about an hour to figure out what the crap was going wrong with this, and I finally got it all figured out. So I'm making a fresh video. You'll never see the other one. So But in my first tutorial, the non-advanced portion of this, I had created a combat path over here on this left side and a regular AI path over here on this side. Okay, and and then showed you, and I had three creatures and they would switch sides. Okay. Now what I've done is come to find out, combat path. If you use a combat path, anytime you send a signal that interrupts what he's doing, or any of your creatures that are following that combat path, they will go to the last node that they reach. So right now, he would walk back to here. Okay, if I told him to switch paths right now, he would stop. He would go to here, and then maybe he would go to where he was supposed to go next. It was really weird. So I've changed the code to make it all AI paths, okay, not combat paths, because a combat path, whenever you interrupt it, the point is for him to stop where he's at and come to right here, right, and then switch sides, because we're trying to get around the obstruction of the building itself. All right, so we will say we want to switch from the left, and then make it so. As you can see, he just interrupted his path immediately, came to here, and now he's going to follow the other path that I made to come to this side. And once he gets right about here, he's going to trigger an invisible volume. He'll stop for a few seconds, 3 to be exact, and then he will continue on to the new path. If I want him to switch back, it's not a big deal. Hit that, hit that. Goes. He's switching sides. All right, so this works flawlessly. Okay, in the non-advanced tutorial, had he been like down here when the code was sent, the command was sent to switch sides, he would end up, depending upon where you told him to go, he would end up getting stuck on a wall trying to get to the other side of it. He's not freaking smart enough to go around, right? Not completely. So there are actually one, two, three. There are actually 4 paths in here just for him. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and leave game. And let's go into code behind so I can show you what's going on. All right, now on match started, I have disabled both volumes. Okay, and I have got this code to set up to say for each AI, start here in this corner. Okay. Now, let me just say this in advance. Using these AI iterators affects the entire map. Okay? Every creature that's currently spawned. So, that being said, use this code wisely. Okay? Do not be surprised if you have a timer event or a repeater event that spawns creatures periodically, and then all of a sudden they're trying to follow the same path that, let's say this was your big boss. Okay, let's get rid of him. Let's put in a big boy, right? Hell, does he even fit through the door? All right, we're gonna have to change him because he's not on. He's not on our team. Let's change him to that. All right, so this would be great if, say, modifier. Let's say spawn behavior, ambush, hunt. He will always know where the player is and attack accordingly. We want default. Will attack when they see or hear a player. Okay. Now, so you've made a boss room. Okay. You've made a boss room, and he will follow these paths. I mean, you don't even have to. You don't even have to use this one room, right? You can just make him roam the entire place. Okay. But buddy of mine wanted to know how he could make AI for an AI and have a group of monsters that will go and, you know, switch sides, right? They'll patrol an area, and then after a timed event, so instead of using these switches on timer completed, switch sides, then make it so, switch to tell them switch from the left to the right, and then activate it. Okay, you could have a timer that activated both of those options. Um, you would have to do the make it so. You would have to change the delay, right? Everything's got an input or an output delay. So on timer expired, you would need to put a delay on making it happen. So you would do the first one, you would do the switch side portion first, and then you would put a delay on the timer completed, activating that. Okay, so, and as a matter of fact, I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to put a timer in here. Where is it? There it is. All right. Duration. We're going to make it a minute, right? 60 seconds. Actually, we'll make it less. We'll make it 30. Okay. Show on HUD true. Okay. Now, on map started, timer stopped. Okay. Let's go ahead and drag this in here. All right. Now, timer is stopped. Actually, we will say, we'll remove that. On map started, we will start the timer. Okay. We'll start the timer, but we will give the start timer a delay of 3 seconds. Okay. Now, on timer finished, we need to have a Boolean value for the timer that replaces the two switches. Okay. Now, initial value, we set to true, and we will say start timer. All right, let's see here. So right out the gate, the code is going to say start iteration, and that's on the map start, right? So it's going to send him over there. So that 3 seconds before the timer starts is the time we're going to make sure that he gets over there before we start the timer, okay? Then on timer expired, on timer finished, we want to toggle the value. Wait a minute. We've already got we've already got a boolean for that. So let's on timer finished, toggle value. Okay, it'll make it false if it's true, it'll make it true if it's false. Now we can get rid of that and that. Okay, so we toggle that, and then we want to say on timer finished, we want to make a separate one on timer finished, right? On timer finished, we also want to test the Boolean value. However, on this one, this timer finished, we need to say, wait 1 second. Okay, doesn't have to be a second. I mean, we can actually make it half a second, right? Okay, because that one's firing immediately. Okay, timer finished, it's going to flip the value. Okay, now on used, we test the value, so we just did that on that one. So now we can get rid of the middle button. Okay, we'll come over here and we get rid of all this crap. All right. Now, that's great. It'll work once. So how do we freaking reset the timer? Easy. Whenever he gets to his destination, the on entered event, right? We've got one right here, on entered. We will reset the timer to its duration. Start the timer. Okay, so the timer's already finished, so we can just start the timer. Okay, I think, don't quote me now, but I think reset would be for something like if it's still in the middle of the countdown and let's say you're supposed to pick something up, right? And if you pick it up in time, it'll reset the timer, so you've got more time to go get the next item to reset the cooldown on the timer. But anyway, let's go ahead and save this. Play. All right, and I told it to display it so you can see how much time's left, right? So big boy is going to be moving around. About 15 more seconds. Oh, what's up, ugly? Oof. I'd be pissed too if I looked like you. 2, 1, and it set the code to reset him. Holy crap, you can run fast. Whoa. Okay, so we have a logic issue. Dude, he hauled ass over to the other side. All right, now let's check this out. We have a little bit of a timing issue, right? So whenever I think he went to this one. No, because I haven't changed any of that. So ran over here. As soon as he triggered that, what do we have? Disable volume. On entered. On entered, we started up the timer, right? For some reason, timer. So what we need to do is timer finished, set it, right? Put delay as none. Okay. Not totally sure what happened there. I do know he hauled butt over here. Okay, so on timer, toggle, right? So on timer finish, so it's like the timer finished twice. See, he ran back over there. All right, so let's go ahead and save this. Now that I'm using a reset. Okay, let's play. He's about to freak out. All butt over there, and as soon as he hit it, he came right back. I don't get it. Anyway, I've showed you the logic for this. Making additions and changes to it. Let's see. So perhaps a timer is not a good idea. Perhaps. Okay, so I will do this. I will take that and that and that and that and and that, and that, and delete. Excuse me. All right. Now we will try a delay. Would say use a repeater. Let's see if the delay can be refired. Reset when signaled. Yes, good. Delay in seconds. We're going to make it 35. Okay. Signaled. Oh, okay. Now see, tested true. Now I've got this over here. I don't have anything that says I have anything setting this true or false again, do I? No. So on signaled, we will switch it, and then on signaled, we will test, right? The test, we will put an input delay of 1 second. This is probably what I should have done to start with. Okay. Because I had 2. So this one here, we'll test on the delay. Okay. On signal, we'll flip the value. Now, what we have to do is say on map activated, we start the timer. Oh. So apparently the delay oh, okay, yeah. So what we'll do is on map start, and this is going to be interesting. On map start, signal the delay, right? And it says the delay will hold a signal for a short time before sending it down the logic chain, right? Which is that. So hopefully the option that we have reset when true the delay starts over when signaled, further delaying signaling its outputs. Okay. So we shouldn't have to set anything else. Save this and restart. All right, there he goes. Now just remember at about 30 seconds, he'll be up at the front starting to head back. There he goes. Nope. Okay, so apparently, uh, okay, so this is baffling me, right? So when he hits this, he freaks out and stops doing his thing. Unentered disable volume is immediate. Also unentered. We're telling him to refollow combat path. But this volume should be disabled as per. Okay, so untested false might be the problem. I might need to. That's probably the issue right there. All right. So you just got to remember, false is the left side, true is the right side, right? So if we signal false, that means he's trying to move from the right to the left. So I've changed that. Now, whenever it flips the value, it should be correct. I mean, we could have sat there for another 45 seconds and it would have resolved itself, but starting out that just looked retarded, right? There, now he's going there and he's following that path. There we go, there we go. So the timer, in hindsight, would have worked, but we had it incorrect. I don't know what that crap was that he just did, but whatever. He's following his path. Now he's switching. That's weird. So you just got to play with it, right? I've got one signaler trying to handle 3 different events. So you may not want to use that, or you may want to tweak the properties a little bit. You got to add more delays, not on the delay itself, but add more delays on stuff that happens between them. All right, so that's it for that portion. Now I'm going to show you what to do instead of this. Okay. Currently, we're saying for each AI, right? What we need to say is untested false. Let's see, is there... I need to create an AI. AI proxy. There we go. And AI is spawned, send a signal to the spawned AI is the activator. Okay. So on AI spawned, so on tested false, I don't know that that's going to work. So we can tell him on spawn to follow a path, okay? Which then in turn allows us to get rid of this portion of code in here. Okay. And then, so once he's started doing that, so we can tell him to do that, right? Now the problem, which I'll have to do in a later video, is how to specify this one guy to follow all this mess without affecting other AIs that may or may not spawn into or already be in the map. Not just this area, the whole map. You got to remember that. The AI iterator says the AI iterator can be used to perform actions on all AI in the map. So anyway, that's it for this tutorial. I hope you found it very informative on how to switch paths, how to dynamically change paths for your creatures. Thanks for watching.